There's a new study out about hydroxychloroquine. Now, that is the drug, of course. It's an anti-malaria drug that has been touted by President Trump and some Fox News hosts, as well as TV doctors like Dr. Oz, um, as a possible treatment for coronavirus, for COVID-19. Well, it turns out that this study has shown that it is not effective at treating coronavirus or the novel coronavirus. And so it also turns out that according to this study, people that were given the drug actually died more often. Now, there's, of course, nuances in this story. Like, for example, when they administered the drug, like when did they administer the drug, if the side effects were at fault, all that stuff. And so we'll get into that when we discuss this. But in the initial study, which has not been peer reviewed yet and was, according to the Associated Press, not a rigorous experiment, but nonetheless a study that showed that it was currently not effective. So now they studied about 368 patients. And so far the largest look at the treatment of or using hydroxychloroquine as a treatment for COVID 19. And also, they combined it with the antibiotic azithromycin in some cases. So, researchers, according to the Associated Press, analyzed medical records of 368 male veterans hospitalized with confirmed coronavirus infections at Veterans Health Administration medical centers who died or were discharged by April 11th. About 28% who were given hydroxychloroquine plus usual care ended up passing away, versus 11% of those getting routine care alone, about 22% of those getting the drug plus azithromycin died as well. But the difference between the group and usual care was not considered large enough to rule out other factors that could have affected survival. Now, in the case of people that went on a ventilator, they found no difference in hydroxychloroquine and the need for using a breathing machine. Now, the researchers did not track side effects. However, they did note that hydroxychloroquine might have damaged other organs, as it had long been known to have a potentially serious side effect, including altering heartbeats in a way that could lead to sudden death. So, of course, look, that is well known. Even Donald Trump addressed it kind of, and he's like, just try it. What do you have to lose? It's got a heart issue, but it's a very, very minor issue. Just try it. You'll like it. I mean, I don't know if that's the exact quote, but my God, man. He really is a dumb person. Okay, so now that heart issue, that's what got Brazilian scientists to stop testing hydroxychloroquine. Oh, I'm sorry, not hydroxy, just normal chloroquine, which was an older drug and is similar in composition to hydroxychloroquine. They found significant heart rhythm problems that developed in a quarter of people that were given the higher of 2 doses being tested. So there were some significant problems. Overall, this study shows that it's a bit of a bust. Sad. Now, the National Institute of Health has issued new treatment guidelines from a panel of experts. And it said that there was not enough evidence to recommend for or against chloroquine or hydroxychloroquine for COVID-19. Now, it also advised against using hydroxychloroquine with azithromycin because of the potential side effects. In fact, Dr. Nasia Safdar, medical director of infection control and prevention at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, told the AP, quote, I think we're all rather underwhelmed at what's been seen among the few patients there who have actually tried this drug. So very underwhelming. Well, man, that is a far cry from being the Donald Trump miracle drug, which is why over the last week and a half, roughly, we really haven't heard a lot from Donald Trump on this anymore. So that was despite weeks of him and Fox News, hosts on Fox News, pushing this drug. Turns out the last mention of the drug came in the form of a retweet on April 10th of a Fox News report talking about French President Emmanuel Macron being under pressure to authorize wider use of that drug within his country. Since then, apart from 2 public appearances last Tuesday, Trump barely mentioned hydroxychloroquine, if mentioning it at all, and refrained entirely from invoking the drug during White House briefings on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And there's a reason, of course, for that, because it doesn't work. It doesn't seem to work. It has disastrous side effects and is not shown to help COVID-19 patients. It's not worth the risk of side effects. Not to mention, not that Trump cares about this at all, but there are people with certain autoimmune disorders like lupus that need that drug to live. And now, at least, hey, now they might be able to fill their prescriptions. So that's a good thing. But can't really ignore the damage that President Trump has inflicted by promoting this drug as a supposed treatment for coronavirus without scientific evidence that it treats coronavirus. Because there is none. There is no evidence. The other problem, again, with that is, and this has been the problem throughout the entire Trump presidency, and not just the Trump presidency, but it's also a problem with Fox News. It's a problem with conservative, I think, media in general, is they'll put out misinformation in order to make profit, right? And they've got large audiences of people who will listen to that. And they're doing it for mainly selfish means. And I point to, of course, the fact that Trump himself has a small investment, small stake, roughly about $1,300 worth of stock in the maker of Plaquenil. So now that company is Sanofi, right? And it's a French drug maker. And when Trump started making his endorsements of hydroxychloroquine on March 21st, Sanofi saw their share of stocks rise by 16%, from $78.67 at market close on March 20th to $91.12 at time of publication of the Business Insider article on April 7th. So that had an impact. Trump said, go out and try it. You'll like it. What do you have to lose? And then, of course, the stock goes up because people in pharma are like, oh, Trump, we got an endorsement from Trump. Yes, buy. Increase the price. People got rich. People made some money. It's not hard to see what's going on here. It's corruption. Of course it is. And so, unfortunately, that really kind of encapsulates everything that Donald Trump cares about. Never cared about you. Never cared about your health. Never really cared about a cure. Yes, he would be happy for a cure, I'm sure, as anybody would be, right? But he would be even happier to make money from it. Because that's who Donald Trump is. For him, it's about money first and human lives at a distant second. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent, progressive media.